Alright, let's start the next class. Are you ready? Let's hope so. So, once upon a time, Bruce Lee said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Again, really interesting. So today's overview. Today we're gonna go over Cambridge 15, reading passage number 1. Yes. Are you ready? I hope so. So we're gonna do reading, just the passage 1 only. But before, the class 1 homework was reading the passage 50 times, and if you need the passage, reading Cambridge 15, you can find it in Telegram in the channel. You just have to type Tripler Academy and you just find it in the channel, okay? Alright, so let's start. So let's talk about reading passage 1. So in reading passage 1, you will be asked 13 questions, right? So there is one technique that I'm going to share today. So the first step, right, the first step is to read the question very carefully, okay? So the first step, read the question very carefully. Read the question very carefully. Next, underline the keywords. Underline the keywords. Think. The last step is think and use your brain if you have one. Alright, yes, think and use your brain if you have one. Yeah, this is usually, the general techniques that people tell you, but again, my method is quite different. I'm not just gonna tell you, but I'll make you do it and I'll show you how to do it. Alright, are you ready? Okay, so let's open the passage. So this is the passage, right? Passage 1 and 2 pages. And this is how I'm gonna do it. And if you do like this, I'm sure it's gonna help. You can hit 13 after 13 very easily. So the first step is read the title very carefully. Nutmeg is a valuable spice, right? And when you read this, try to imagine, when you read the title, you already know that what the passage is going to be about. For example, this one is going to be about nutmeg, valuable spice, right? So it's like the first words, nutmeg tree. So in my mind right now, I am imagining nutmeg and trees, a lot of trees and, where it grows and stuff. And next, do you need to read everything one by one? Do you need to read all the passage first and then go to the questions? No, you don't need to read the passage at all. Not all of it, okay? So just first step is very simple. Read the title, okay? And next, go to the questions immediately right after. And as you can see, question 1 to 4, it's one word only. And 5 to 7, it's true, false, not given. And 18 to 13, one word only, right? So it's like I'm lucky. I smile. I have a big smile on my face because one word only, very easy, true false not given. I've done it before. So I'm going to teach you how to solve this very easily. So first, I'm going to go for one word only questions, and then I'm going to do true false not given because, true false not given usually, in most cases, takes quite a bit of more time than one word only questions. So here, what's the first step? Read the question carefully, okay? So complete the notes below. So you need to complete this note below and complete the notes below. Choose one word only. If you write 2 words, it will be wrong. If you write 3 words on your answer sheet, it will be wrong. And write your answers in boxes 1 to 4 on the answer sheet, right? You'll be given an answer sheet on the reading test of the IELTS exam. It's alright. So let's do this. So the way you do is very simple. You read the question carefully, you understand what to then underline it says underline the keywords. What is it? So here, the first line. So here, nutmeg, fruit, tree and fruit, right? The first line, it says this, underline the keywords. Usually the keywords are the nouns and the verbs, okay? So I'm going to underline the keywords right now. So where's the tool? Okay, this is this and shape. All right, so the keywords are leaves, tree, shape. And now I do skimming and scanning. I try to find these words in the passage. Look, now I'll teach you how to find it. So whenever you try to find these words in the passage, you don't have to understand what you read, okay? You don't have to read it, okay? For example, I'll do it myself. Nutmeg tree, Florian, Evergreen, native, Southeast Asia, only grew one place, world, small green island, like this white island, not a tree, thickly branch foliage of oval leaves. I see the key. Look, keyword match. So I'm gonna stop here. Okay, so keyword match. So I know the keyword leaves of the tree, and now think and use your brain if you have one. What does it mean actually? Well, it means try to understand the question. Okay, now you know the location, you know the question, right? You know the location of the question, and now understand the question, because if you do not understand the question, you can never find the answer. All right, always understand the question, right? What do you need if you want to understand the question? You need reading skill, right? So you need to read it. The leaves of the tree are in shape. In shape. Well, I think the leaves of the tree, usually it's like a round, probably. You can guess before finding the answer in the passage. So usually the leaves of the tree, like something like round. It's not rectangle, it's not triangle, I guess. So it's a shape. What we're looking for is a shape. So you know the location and you need to read it. The tree is, I'm gonna read from here. Okay. The tree is thickly branched with dense foliage, dark oval green, oval leaves. Look, so dense foliage of dark green oval leaves. Oval is a shape. Do you know what oval means? It's like a shape, like egg shape, like an egg. Okay. So what's the shape of the leaves? Right? Nutmeg tree and fruit. Its shape is, yes, oval. So I'm going to type it here. Okay, so oval. And now I'm going to highlight it for you. Alright, so this is the answer. Now next, question number 2. So read the question carefully, right? It's like keywords, underline the keywords. So what are the keywords? Now you tell me. You tell me and I'll underline it for you. So surround, okay, fruit, break open, usually nouns, right? Fruit, ripe. Okay, so now let's find it. The last answer was here, leaves, oval, right? Now you continue from here. The fruit is encased in a fleshy husk when the fruit is, look, fruit, ripe. So keyword match, yes. And now we need to find the answer. Think and use your brain if you have one. Well, if you want to find the answer, you need to understand the question. Well, if you want to understand the question, what do you need? Now you tell me. Yes, you need a reading skill. Okay, so the surrounds the fruit and breaks open when the fruit is ripe. Well, so we need to find something. So we need a noun here. Here we needed an adjective, right? In terms of grammar. But here we need something, right? Something surrounds the fruit. So it's outside of the fruit and it breaks open when the fruit is ripe. Okay, so we're going to read this. So when the fruit is ripe, this husk splits into two. Splits into two means break open, halves along a ridge running through the fruit. This husk, which husk does the writer refer to? Well, fleshy husk. Where? Look, and now we read this. The fruit is encased in a fleshy husk. Encased in. What is it? If you don't know the meaning, watch the previous video, okay? Because I explained it there. Encased in means surrounded with husk. So the fruit is surrounded with husk. So here, what's the answer? Now you know it. So I'm going to type it for you, okay? Husk. And let me underline it. Let me highlight it. Okay, right? And now next. The next is, okay, right. Something is used to produce spiced nutmeg. So the keyword, I'm not gonna underline it, but always you do it. Okay, spiced nutmeg, and covering aril as the aril. Aril. Okay, I think I'm gonna. Right. Since I feel good, I'm gonna underline it. No, I'm gonna underline it for you. I'm gonna close it and this one and spiced nutmeg, underline, okay, and aril underline, and produce. Okay, so these are the keywords, and Next. What's next? Find the keywords from the passage. So the last answer was here, so you just have to go on from here. You don't need to start from the beginning, all right? So you continue from here. Inside is a purple, brown Chinese seed, the grass around the red light, arid. Okay, keyword match. And whenever you do skimming and scanning, don't do like this, okay? If you do this, you're lost. You feel like you're in a jungle and you don't know where to go, okay? Zoom out, always zoom out and look like this, okay? So just, you don't have to understand why you find the word. This is what we call like skimming and scanning skill, right? But I don't want to divide it into two. It's just, just finding the word from the passage. It's just like a game. If you try to find it like this, then you can never find it. So always zoom out, right? One method, zoom out, will help you. And here, Eril, and sources of two spice, nutmeg, okay, and here Eril. All right, so you need to read this to find the answer. And these are the two. Look, okay, inside there is a purple. Inside a purple Chinese seed surrounded by lamb green colored area. Okay, so these are the two sources of two spice. Nutmeg. Look, sources of two spice. First one is nutmeg, spice nutmeg. The next one is mace. Okay, and the former. What does it mean? Former. What is it? Did you find the meaning of it? Yes, that's right. It means the first, right? The first one being produced from dried seed, right? And the first one is this. So spice nutmeg is produced from dried seed. So spice nutmeg, right? The dried seed. Okay, I'm gonna add it. So from the dried seed. Do you think this is the answer? Do you think this is the answer? Dried seed. Well, no. Dried seed is not the answer. The answer is seed. Only one word. Why? Because read the question carefully, okay? If you write a dried seed, then it's going to be wrong. It says one word only, okay? So here you need to choose. If you put dried, it doesn't make any sense. For example, the dried is used to produce the spice nutmeg. It doesn't make any sense, huh? So it's a seed, all right? Okay, so how can you find this? Well, reading skill, all right? I cannot help you with that. I can just help you with the techniques, some of the techniques, right? So what you need is reading skill. And question number 4. So Arial is used to produce something. Okay. So the letter, the letter, what does it mean? Now you tell me. Well, the letter means the second one. Yes, that's right. So the second one is this one, and it's produced from maize. The first one is this, the second one is this. So it's just from the meaning. So I'm gonna edit it for you. Okay. And now time to highlight. All right, maize. Okay, now true, false, not given. I'm gonna skip it because yes, you can do that. But I'm gonna go back to this again because one word only. I like it. I wanna do it fast. And here, because it will be so fast, the keyword is Middle Ages. Okay, keyword is Middle Ages. I'm not gonna be underlining it anymore. Middle Ages, and nutmeg was brought to Europe by the nutmeg. So the keyword is Middle Ages. Here, keyword match, Middle Ages. So the answer is here. So there's like a something or someone brought nutmeg to Europe. If you want to find who or what, okay. Nutmeg was high, so you need to read it. A costly ingredient in European cuisine in Middle Ages was used as and here throughout this the Arabs were the exclusive importers of Europe. So look, the Arabs were the exclusive importers. So it means the only importers. So the answer is Arabs. So I'm gonna write it here. How am I going to do that? Okay, I'm gonna edit and text PDF. So right, I'm gonna do it here. So you need to write it as it appears in the passage, all right? So I'm gonna do the highlighting right now. All right, so this is it. Any questions? I hope not. If you have any question, you can comment right now, but I don't think I'll be answering for that. Jokes. So right now the next keyword is 17th century, right? So 17th century, 16th century, we have to skip it, and the next keyword is 17th century, so I need to find it. So 17th century, where is it? Look, this here is paragraph 15, it's 16th century, right? So here, this is 17th century, right? I guess. Okay, so demand for nutmeg grew, as it was believed to be effective against the disease known as the 9. Okay, read the question carefully, underline the keywords with this. Think and use your brain if you have fun. Look, again, question number 9. Understand what you need. Always understand the question. Okay, so what you need is, what do you need right now? Well, you need a disease name. Okay, the name of a disease. Okay, so disease known as, so it's the name of the disease. Probably it's cancer, we don't know it, so you need to find it. Okay, so we're going to read the disease name. So the keyword is disease here, and we continue trading. Corporation reaches commercial employee as a time 1,000 people plague disease. Okay, keyword match. Okay, keyword match. I find it. Okay, I was just playing KM to find the word, and now I found it. But right now, I'm just gonna read the sentence. At the same time, thousands of people across Europe, here I'm reading this one, were dying of plague, comma, and highly deadly disease, right? So comma, so if you know grammar, we have a word and comma, and the rest is supporting the word, right? So what's the name of the disease? Well, if you have reading skill, then you already know it. So the answer is plague. Okay, the name of the disease is plague. So I'm going to type it right here. Well, I'm going to make sure if it's right. Okay. And now close it. Highlight it for you. Okay, now 10. So now we're talking about Dutch. So it will be about Dutch. So Dutch, put on nutmeg. So on top of nutmeg there is something, okay, to avoid being cultivated outside the islands. Okay, so outside the islands, being cultivated. Being cultivated. Okay, cultivate, what is it? Yes, cultivate is grow, develop, right? So before the answer number 10, you see Banda Islands. So let's just find it here. See, Banda Islands. Troops Dutch arrived once leisurely. They constructed guarded areas approaching. Look, I'm reading everything right now. Anyone can quote. Okay, look, can quote nutmeg that is carrying without purpose, severely punished. Look, restricted nutmeg production. I'm gonna go back, and in addition, all exported covers look, in addition, all exported which could be grown elsewhere. So look, let's read this sentence. In addition, all exported nutmeg was covered with means on top of nutmeg you see what? Lime, to make sure that there is no chance that a fertile seed could be grown elsewhere. So if you read it, there's a, it really makes sense. And so what you need is here reading skill. Okay, I cannot just translate it for you. So the answer is right here. So how can you know that the answer is lime, this word? It comes from reading skill. You need to understand this, all right? So always know that what you need is a reading skill. If you want to hit band 9.0 in the reading, so I'm gonna do this and write lime. To be honest, you don't need to know what lime is. In most cases, not so many people know. Okay, lime. All right. Question number 11. So Dutch. So the people Dutch finally obtained the island of from the British. Interesting. So I need the name of the island, right? So okay, I continue. There was only the Band Islands, not this one. Look, land called Run, 3 kilometers away, controlled after decades, controlled tiny Dutch British compromise. What's the keyword? Island, British. Okay, British here. The compromise treaty, the Treaty of Breda, on securing their whole producing island Dutch if British would give them look, if the British would give them the island of, look, the island of, look, here, the island of, in passage 1 sometimes it's so easy. So the island of what? Run. So the island of Run would return just a much less valuable island in North America. The British agreed. It means okay, so they have it. So the island of Run. Look here. So I just showed you the location, but how I got the answer comes from reading skill, right? So I already told you how to improve reading skills. So I'm just gonna type the answer right here. Text add. So answer is Run, not small case letters, capital letter, okay? Because island name. You need to write as it appears on the passage, okay? Run, capital letter on. So I'm gonna highlight it with the, okay, all right, it's done. And 12, 17, so the keyword, so 18th century, 1770, okay. All right, here, it's easy, right? So because we have a here, it's easy. 17th, what happened? Now time to understand the question. 17, nutmeg plants were secretly taken to, so we need to find the place name. It was taken to somewhere, secretly, right? So here, Frenchman successfully smuggled. Smuggled means it's the synonym to secretly taken to. Okay, secretly taken to, smuggled. It's the reading skill, right? So plants to safety in Mauritius, right? And after comma, it's island of coast of Africa. Okay, some people write, like some of my students chose the answer Africa as an answer, but this is not the correct answer, because you see the answer and word, comma, and support. Okay, the exact answer is Mauritius. Okay, I'm just gonna type it, but when you type it, make sure you spell it correctly, okay? To us, okay, and now I'm gonna highlight it for you. All right. Oops, it's wrong, so you have to fix it, right? Okay, edit. All right, now it's correct. Right, so if you miss one word, one letter, then your answer will be wrong, okay? That's right. And then the last one, 1878. This is the keyword, so I'm gonna find it. It's just right here, okay? And now understand the question, right? Half of the nutmeg plantation was destroyed by something. So nutmeg plants were destroyed by something. We need to find what was the cause of it. Look, volcanic eruption caused tsunami, and tsunami wiped out half of a nutmeg. So tsunami destroyed. So the answer is tsunami. So the answer cannot be volcanic because it doesn't make any sense grammatically. If you say eruption, you have an article here, a article. It's not n. So the article here, this one, this article is really important, all right? So the answer is what? Tsunami. Okay. All right. We're done with one word only, right? So always be careful. All the answers must be one word only, okay? How can I? Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. Now you can see the answers. And now time to do true, false, not given. Okay. Do you guys want to do it, or you want to have a break? You can have a break after, okay? So true, false, not given. The first step, reading passage. Read the question carefully. So it says, do the following statements agree with the information in the passage 1? In boxes 5 to 7 answer. True if agrees, false contradicts, not given, no information. Okay? So, right, so you've already seen this. So if agrees, then true, if it's the opposite of it, then false. If there is no information, then not given. It's easy, right? So here the first step is read the question carefully. We did it, and now underline the keywords. Well, what's the keyword? Middle Ages. So Middle Ages. Oh, when I did one word only, I've already seen Middle Ages right here. Here, Middle Ages, right? So now here, in Middle Ages, most Europeans knew where nutmeg was grown. Interesting. Most Europeans. So here, the adjective is really important. Okay, adjective is important. So they knew where nutmeg was grown. So we're gonna read this because it's true, false, not given. You need to read the whole paragraph, unfortunately. Okay, nutmeg was a highly prized, costly ingredient in European cuisine. Middle Ages was used as a flavoring medicinal. Throughout this period, Arabs were the only exclusive. So Arabs were the only. They were the only. They sold nutmeg. Okay, they sold nutmeg. All right, for high prices in Venice. But look, in reading, in listening especially, but the keyword but is really important. But they never revealed the exact location of the source. So they never reveal. Reveal means never reveal means hide. Okay, reveal means tell. So never reveal means hide. It means they hide it. It means Arabs brought it to Europe and Arabs did not tell the location. It means European people, do they know it? No, so it contradicts the idea. So I'm gonna type true here, right? No way, it's false. Okay, so capital letter, very important. So I always ask my students to write it with capital letters. Why? Because it's what it says here. False, right? And it's in capital letters, all right? That's it. Always write with capital letters. This is really important. Okay, maybe IELTS accepts it, but not me. Okay, in my courses I never accept false if it's written with small case letters. So the next question, number 6, keywords, VOC. So since we have VOC, we can find it. VOC, where's VOC? Here. Okay, so we know the keyword, we know the location, we know the paragraph, and now we're going to read it. VOC was the world's first major trading company. It says, look, this word is important. First, right? It says number 1. Okay, so we're going to read it. So trading comparison, work richest. It says richest commercial operation, right? Well, sorry. We know it's richest, but we don't know it's number 1 yet. 50 employees, army, 30, 200 ships. No, but when I do one word only, I've never seen VOC anywhere. So it says richest, but it never says world's first major. Okay, that's the reason why it is yes. Oops. The answer is not given because we don't know it's number 1. We know it's the richest, not given. Okay, highlight. Oops. And this one. All right, now question number 7, the last one. Following the Treaty of Breda. Okay, the keyword is Treaty of Breda. So I've doing one word only over the course of doing one word only, whatever. So I've seen this word here. Okay, so I've seen it here, so I'm gonna read it. So Dutch had control of all the islands. Okay, so this word is very important. Adjective is very important. When you do true, false, not given, all the islands where nutmeg grew. They controlled it. Okay, so here Dutch arrived at a compromise of settlement, intent on securing their hold on every nutmeg present island. So the settlement, Dutch offered a trade. Okay, Dutch said, they asked British people, do you agree? In return, British agreed. It means they did okay. It means Dutch had all the control. Okay, so here the answer is, you already know, this is true. Yes. So I'm gonna highlight it for you. This one, no? This one, no? Alright everyone, so this was it. So as you have seen, the first step is very easy. You read the question, right? And the next step, you underline the keywords. Everyone knows it, right? But the last step, think and use your brain if you have one. It means you need reading skill to find the answer. Am I right? Am I right? With all these 13 answers, you needed reading skill, okay? You can find the location very easily. It's very easy, right? But if you want to find the correct answer in reading, what you need is reading skill. Do you understand this? So how do we improve? How do we plan to improve reading skill? Well, this is very easy. You need to read a lot. Okay, read a lot the passage. So I explained how to read in the previous video, in the first video. If you haven't watched it, then go back and watch it again, because the homework is read the passage 50 times. Now you know why I gave this as a homework 50 times. Why? It's because of Bruce Lee, and you need reading skill. And you can find the passage in the Telegram channel. Alright everyone, Triple R Academy, now or never. Bye bye.